Hello, darlings. It's me, Kipa. Um, it's finally time for the long-awaited second part of the Q&A video. I made y'all wait more than long enough. I'm sorry for that. I really appreciate you guys waiting and your patience, as well as you guys sending in questions. It's so heartwarming reading you guys' comments, and all of the questions you asked are so fun. I collected a bunch of them. Like last time, I separated them into a couple of categories. So the first category is personal questions, then a couple of questions about YouTube, and then a bunch of anime questions. Feel free to leave any other questions you have in the comments if you're curious about anything, and I'll try my best to answer as many of them as I can. Let's see. The first question I got was someone asking how I'm doing, which is so sweet. I'm currently doing pretty good. I've been going through some shit with my family, but it's all kind of working out and it'll be okay. So, I'm doing pretty good. Where are you from? I am from the Netherlands. Born and raised. How old are you? I am 21. I was born on the 26th of August, so I'm a Virgo. How tall are you? I am 1 meter and 63 centimeters, I think. I think it's about 5'4", if I'm correct. So I'm pretty short, at least considering the average height of Dutch people. I'm pretty short. Someone asked me about my coming out story, about sexuality and gender, and any tips for people that haven't come out yet. So I have identified as bisexual for a really long time. I've always known that I was at least into girls when I still identified as a girl. For anyone who doesn't know, I am non-binary, so that changed. So my parents always kind of knew that I was into girls, but then at some point I think it was after I already had some fights with my parents, and I wasn't living at home anymore because of my university. So I met up with my mom at a cafe and we talked about some stuff, and then I mentioned that I wasn't into guys. I think I had a boyfriend at the time, and I broke up with him because I realized I wasn't into men. I currently have no clue where I stand on the sexuality spectrum, but if I'm attracted to someone, I'll just see what happens. For me, personality is more important anyways. My mom didn't really want to believe it. Like, not in a homophobic way or anything, but she was just kind of like, yeah, don't rule out that you might marry a man later. And I'm like, okay, whatever. At least she didn't get angry or anything. So I'm really lucky with that. And all of my friends have been super supportive. So I'm really lucky with both my blood-related family and my chosen family. My friends know I'm non-binary, but my parents don't really. They know that I'm thinking about my identity and gender stuff, but also it's not a common theme, I guess, in the Netherlands to talk about being non-binary, and of course non-binary people exist here, it's just not really covered in media a lot, so a lot of especially adults don't really know about it. Which is why I'm kind of hesitant, I guess, to bring it up with my parents. I don't know if they'd completely understand. I told them that I don't really feel like a girl, but I think they're immediately assuming that I'm a trans guy then, which is, for me at least, not true, but they also didn't respond negatively to anything, so whatever happens, I think it would be fine. My number one tip for people that haven't come out yet is remember that no matter what happens, you're not alone. There are a lot of people that are either dealing with the same stuff you're dealing with or similar issues, and family is more than just blood relatives. You can choose your own family, and at least in my experience, those people tend to be more like family than maybe blood relatives are. um, let's see. Favorite color. Mm, my favorite colors kind of change every now and then. Black is always one of my favorites. That's a constant. Other than that, right now I'd say yellow. I also really like light pink, baby pink, and I like neon green, like poisonous green. Like if you see an illustration of a poison bottle and then like the fluid inside, like that kind of toxic green. Um, my favorite animal, I really like bears. Bears are my favorite animal. Um, I've had a polar bear plushie ever since I was small. I love bears. Other than that, I really like sharks. I love dogs. I like bats a lot. Um, yeah, I don't think there's really any animal that I don't like. Like the idea of the animal. If I encounter like a wasp or something, like I love bees. Bees can come close to me and I won't really care, but if it's a wasp, I don't like it. But as a concept, wasps are fine, they can stay. Do I have pets? Yes, I have a snake. Um, his name is Durnevere, based off of a dragon in Skyrim. Favorite artist? I think this person was referring to music, but I'll give you art and music. Music is also art, but I mean, like a painter, I guess. So my favorite painter is Klimt. I really like his work. And for music, it would be The Cure. Um, someone else asked, what music do you like? I honestly listen to a bit of everything. It really depends on my mood, but I think my go-to is kind of 70s, 80s music, mostly new wave, but also just classics like Elton John. I really like David Bowie, classic rock as well. Um, but I honestly listen to metal, I listen to different languages, different genres. I like exploring new music. What languages do you speak? I speak Dutch, obviously. English. I speak a bit of German. A tiny bit of French, but honestly, I shouldn't even be allowed to put this in the list since I forgot most of what I learned in high school. I speak a bit of Korean and I speak a bit of Japanese. Do you prefer to go in or stay out? That is impeccably read. I love myself for that. Do you prefer to stay in or go out? I prefer staying in, 100%. Um, although I love going out to like maybe a park or amusement parks, theme parks, or I love visiting the aquarium. I like cinemas a lot. Um, I don't like going clubbing personally. It's just not really for me. Um, I like concerts, but I don't like going to concerts, if that makes sense. It's just big crowds kind of make me anxious, so I tend to try to stay away from that a bit. And staying in, I really like my personal space. I can do whatever I want here, so yeah. Um, am I a day or a night person? 100% a night person. If I'm not on a schedule, like for school or for work or anything, I am 100% nocturnal. Like I'll go to sleep at maybe 7 in the morning and then wake up somewhere in the early afternoon. I feel like there's less pressure when it's night. There's less pressure to respond to things, there's less people around, there's less noise, and I like that it's darker, I don't know. What are you majoring in? I go to school for Japanese and communication. I've been slacking on that a lot, but yeah, that's the study I'm doing. A memory that makes you laugh. Let's see. Ah, when I was a teen in high school, my best friend and I used to go to a gym together. Um, and separately, we also used to do dancing together, like separate from going to the gym. So we once had the smart idea to go into one of the back rooms of the gym that was public access, I guess. There were no signs that said, hey, this is staff only. It was one of those spin classes rooms, so there were a bunch of those stationary bikes, a little podium, and then a wall of mirrors. And it didn't say you're not authorized to go here unless there's an instructor or anything. Plus, the door was unlocked. So we went in there. We were blasting music, just dancing, having fun. Uh, and then we realized that it was 4 p.m., which is when the gym closed. So we beeline it to to the locker rooms and tried to get all of our stuff, try to get changed as fast as possible. No one was in the gym anymore. Uh, they didn't see that the lights in that room were still on. They didn't hear the music blasting or us like scream laughing apparently. So yeah, moral of the story, we got locked in at the gym. Uh, we were contemplating on whether or not we should like try to call someone, but we were too scared. So we found an emergency exit and just escaped through there. And then I think an alarm went off, and we saw someone like walking up to the gym, and we were just running off, and they never caught us. So that's fun. Yeah, like this story always makes me laugh because it's so unreal. Um, let's see. Do you have any socials we can support you on? Yes, I have my Twitter account and my art Instagram account, always like linked in my descriptions. And I recently made a Ko-fi account. So those three are the main platforms I use besides YouTube. Mm, have you ever dyed your hair? Yes. I don't think I've seen my real natural hair color since I was maybe 12 or something. I was pretty young. Um, I've had it practically any color you can think of. Um, I currently, I recently shaved my head, so right now it's kind of grown out. And I bleached it a couple of days ago and I bleached my eyebrows, so that's what we're dealing with right now. My favorite store to shop at? There's a local alt store where I live. It has a ton of like different subcultures type of clothing that they sell, and the owners of the store are really nice, so I like going there. Though it's closed right now because of COVID, but what is your fashion style? Honestly, it flip-flops a lot. When I'm home alone, it's a bit more casual, or home alone when I'm just home in general or quickly going to the store. It's usually just jeans and a sweater, very oversized. I love oversized stuff. Um, if I'm putting in more effort, it's usually a little bit more like darker street style, like punk and goth influences, like 80s new wave influences. Um, yeah, I really like dressing like a dramatic vampire, is kind of what it comes down to. What do you do when you're bored? I really like drawing. I love reading and writing. I game a lot and I love watching movies. And sometimes I just work on ideas for videos or like scripts. Um, I respond to comments as much as I can. So that's some things that I like to do. Um, what movie can you watch over and over without ever getting tired of it? That would be The Crow, Mamma Mia, and Donnie Darko. I think I can quote way too much from specifically Mamma Mia to the point where it's kind of becoming a problem. I used to live together with a friend of mine because we were doing the same study. And at some point, I think we watched Mamma Mia like 3 times in one week. It's a whole thing. Um, are you a bookworm? Absolutely. I love reading. I've always loved reading. Um, I love collecting books. It's I just really love books. And do you game? Yes. And then favorite games or games I'm playing right now. My favorite games are Skyrim and Shovel Knight, as well as Eve, if anyone remembers that. Um, I'm currently playing Ace Attorney. I had that on hold for a really long time. I replayed Shovel Knight. I picked up Cuphead again. Skyrim is always ongoing. Animal Crossing as well. I'm waiting for the last chapter of Your Turn to Die to come out. I think those are the main ones that I'm playing right now. I stopped playing Genshin Impact for a while. Maybe I should pick that up. Let's see. What's your favorite dessert? Green tea ice cream, I think. Or like red velvet cake, but I have a very specific type of red velvet cake that I like. A lot of red. This is. I'm sorry that I'm talking about red velvet cake so much. um, a lot of red velvet cakes have like that jelly filling for some reason, and I really don't like those. I don't really like jelly. It's too sweet for me. But I remember the local bookstore where I grew up. Not the bookstore, the local library. They had like a little cafe downstairs, and they had amazing red velvet cake. That is my favorite red velvet cake. Honestly, if I ever get married and I need a cake, I will go to the fucking library. I'll be like, hey, can you guys make me a red velvet cake? Because chef's kiss. Mwah, amazing. Favorite ice cream flavor, candy, food, and snacks. My favorite ice cream flavors are green tea, like I said, cinnamon and vanilla. My favorite candy is lollipops. Um, my favorite food is either fried rice or a very specific casserole that my mom used to make. And my favorite snack is chips, specifically hot and spicy chips by Pringles. I really like those, but I only get them when they're on discount because they're so expensive here. Um, if you could have one, which superpower would you pick? I would choose healing. I would like the ability to just heal myself and others. That would be my number one pick. Do you believe in aliens? Yes. I think it's a bit weird to assume that with all of the planets out there, even like other planets having livable atmospheres, I guess, for humans, I think it's a little bit weird to assume that there's no other life out there. I don't know. I believe in aliens. What's your favorite monster flavor? I like the normal ones, just the black cans with the green logo on it, and I like the ultraviolet ones. Do you skate? Technically. I have roller skates and I have a skateboard, and I love doing both, but I do not know how to do either of them. So I really have to pick it up and actually get started because, especially skateboarding, I want to be able to do that so badly, but I just suck at it. Um, have you ever traveled outside of your country? And if not, where would you like to go? I've been super lucky actually with traveling. When I was young, my parents would go on a lot of vacations. My mom and my stepdad. So I've seen a lot of the world, and I'm really lucky with that. There are still a lot of places that I would either like to see or I would like to revisit. Um, I mean, obviously, I would love to go to Japan. I would love to go to Korea. I would love to visit China, India, like a lot of Asian countries. I've never been to South America. I've never been to South Africa. I would love to visit both of those. I would love to visit Canada. I've been to a lot of places, but honestly, I'd love to see as much of the world as I can. Someone asked, would you go to Peru? Absolutely. I would love to visit Peru at some point. Favorite gaming YouTuber? One that I've been watching since high school and I still watch, I guess, are Game Grumps. I quote them a lot. I don't know, they're kind of like a comfort channel for me at this point because I followed them for such a long time. Um, Favorite Sanrio character? Difficult. That's really difficult. I like a good Hello Kitty. I also really love My Melody and Kuromi. Um, I also like have a weird affinity for Choco Cat, even though I literally never see him anywhere. I had a notebook of him when I was younger for some reason. I don't even like cats that much. Like I'm a dog person. Huh. Also, I really love how could I forget his name? Gudetama. I really like him. Uh, that was the last personal question. Moving on to YouTube questions. What inspired you to start making YouTube videos? I really like ASMR videos. To me, they're really calming. I use them either when I'm studying or when I want to fall asleep. Uh, Honestly, for anything you can use ASMR. But I couldn't always find what I was looking for. Um, so I decided to start my own channel because of that. And I know I've said this in some comments too. I'm one of those people who uses comfort characters a lot, and I know how important those can be for people. Um, and I also know that Hunter x Hunter characters are really common as comfort characters, also because it's such a big show. So I wanted to kind of help people out with that as well. Um, because although there are a lot of amazing creators on YouTube and amazing creators that also do Hunter x Hunter videos, it never hurts to add some videos to that pile. um, how long did it take you to get some of the voices down correctly? I wouldn't say that I'm doing any of the voices correctly because I'm not a professional voice actor. I am really bad at impressions, but other than that, um, some take more time than others. Kurapika's voice is pretty close to mine. Um, I think the hardest ones for me were Irumi, Hisoka. Yeah, Killua was not as hard as the other two. The thing with Ilumi's is that his voice is way lower than mine, so that took a bit to get down. And then Hisoka's, it was a bit of practice, but after that, I just. Doing his voice makes me laugh. So sometimes I have to redo a take from the video over and over again, or I have to just wait until I'm done laughing about myself. That's the most difficult part about Hisoka's voice, honestly. Um, do you plan on doing more characters in the future and any female ones? Yeah. I would love to branch out to other characters as well. I don't even want to whoa, stroke. I don't even want to necessarily stick to Hunter x Hunter characters. There are a lot of shows that I love and a lot of characters that I'd love to create videos of, as well as a lot of girls. So, for sure. ASM artists that you like. Now, these recommendations are not gonna be like anime creators, but they are my favorite channels, I guess, the ones that I see myself going to a lot. Mm, I need to write these down. There we go. So I don't forget to put them in the description. Because I will link all of the people that I'm about to name in the description below in case you want to check them out. My favorites are Karuna Satori, ASMR Zeitgeist, PJ Dreams, Albin Whisperland, and Ephemeral Rift. Especially Ephemeral Rift I keep going back to. Let's see. Anime questions. First anime you've ever watched is actually a difficult question. I don't remember which one it was specifically. Like as a child I probably watched Pokemon on TV. But for consciously starting to watch anime, like figuring out what anime is and deciding to watch a show, I think it was either... I have four anime that are stuck in my head for some reason. It's either Another, Ixion Saga Dete, Demon King Daimao, which we don't talk about that one, or Shugokara. Yeah. Favorite anime of all time and current faves, or recommendations. My favorite anime of all time is Another. I really like that one. Faves and recommendations other than that, I haven't finished it, but Wonder Egg Priority. I'm halfway through, and so far it's really good. I really recommend Ixion Saga DT. It's so underrated and so funny. Daily Lives of High School Boys, I really love. Death Parade is really good. Banana Fish is really, really good. Um, Jujutsu Kaisen was really good, and I really liked Skate. I finished that, I think, maybe 2 days ago. I really enjoyed that one as well. Let's see. Favorite and least favorite Hunter x Hunter character. My favorite is Leorio, hands down. Love that man. Beautiful, incredible. My least favorite is Ging. Jing, Ging, whatever you want to call him. Fuck him. Goodbye. Favorite anime girl. I have a weak spot for Misaki Mei from Another and Amu from Shugokara. Those two are top tier. Favorite anime ship, Ash and Eiji. Those two are just perfect. Sim for characters both in and out of Hunter x Hunter. First characters you simmed for as well. Okay. So the characters I simmed for in Hunter x Hunter, mostly Leorio, but also the adult trio. So Ilumi, Hizuka, and Chrollo. I simmed for Kurapika as well, but mostly Leorio and the adult trio. Outside of Hunter x Hunter, I simmed for a lot of them. Um, Girls and guys, everyone amazing. Sometimes I'll just see a character and I'm like, yeah, that one. like like I said, I finished Skate, and for some reason, any of you who've watched Skate, Tadashi, incredible, show-stopping. I saw him and I went, yeah, I'd like that one. The first character I ever simmed for, I think, was Ikuto from Shugokara, which, dare I say, is pretty iconic. Not only is he iconic, but also it just shows that cat boys truly do rule the world. um, Someone asked what my favorite Hunter x Hunter arc is. That's the York New arc. And then, do I see Kilugon as a friendship or more than that? This is kind of a difficult question. I see them as friends. However, I do think they really, really love each other. It's just that because they're kids and they're so young, I feel kind of weird about putting them in any type of romantic situation, even though kids can have crushes and can fall in love anyways. But I do think they really care about each other, and it could maybe later on become more romantic. But seeing as they're kids, I'm not getting anywhere near that personally, so I'm keeping it like friends who really, really love each other, if that makes sense. So those were all of the questions I got. Like I said, if you have any other questions or anything you would like to know, feel free to leave it in the comments and I'll try to answer as many as I can. Thank you guys so much for just your undying support. I really, really love talking to you guys, either in the comments or lately as well on Twitter in the DMs or just replies in Instagram DMs. Feel free to send me anything you want, like funny memes, tag me in them on Twitter. I don't know. I'm down for pretty much anything. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!